Every day, hundreds of thousands of videos are uploaded to YouTube, and among these videos, some are far from normal. These videos can range from gore and adult videos to other extremely disturbing topics. While YouTube removes most of them, some slip through the cracks. There are even videos that should have been taken down, but have stayed up for over 15 years. We'll get to those later. Most of these videos go unnoticed, sitting there with little to no views. In today's video, we'll take a look at those videos which range from extremely not safe for work to downright bizarre and creepy. Before we start, shout out to subreddit Deep Into YouTube for helping me find these. It's a cool subreddit where people share strange and obscure YouTube videos they come across. With that said, let's get started. Dan Spencer loves drinking wee. In this video, which was uploaded 13 years ago and has only been viewed 400 times, a guy says he will drink urine for 10 pounds while his friend records. He says, "Yes, I am drinking piss for a tenner. What a dickhead I am," and then actually drinks a glass of urine without vomiting or reacting much. While there's no way to confirm if it was real or staged, the setting and overall vibe make it seem genuine. Russian man vapes his own. This video shows a Russian man pleasuring himself. After finishing, he collects his liquids in a dish and then uses a vape to smoke it. Shortly after, he vomits into a bucket. This video was quickly removed from YouTube as soon as it started gaining public attention. Failed attempt at reviving a frozen rat. This video, which only has around 300 views, starts with a man calling himself the Mad Dr. Whitson, greeting the camera. After which, he then turns it to a rat laying seemingly frozen on a makeshift experiment table. The man then claims it is his third and final attempt to resuscitate the rat. He spends the next 20 minutes of the video trying to revive the rat while music is playing in the background. Halfway through, the man realizes he cannot bring the rat back and starts to give up. The video ends with the man saying that the experiment is useless and that he is just going to dissect the rat since that's all she is good for. He laughs at his failed attempt. It wouldn't be too outlandish to assume that throughout this whole experiment, the man had been drunk, attributing to his slurred speech and seemingly disarrayed thought process. Cooking rats. The video is exactly as the title says. Two rats are seen being cooked in a pan with an egg. A woman in pink is cooking while a man off-camera records. The pan is small, and the rats' tails and feet are hanging out as she flips them a few times with a fork. The rats are not even skinned, I think, but it's hard to tell since the quality is bad. The description of the video simply says, "Rat meat is delicious and has a high nutritional value." Bird smack. In this 17-year-old video, a kid laughs while smashing a dead bird with a baseball bat for the first half. The other kid, who is recording, looks shocked and disgusted. Later, the recorder asks to see the bat up close, and the boy shows the bottom of the bat, where we can see the blood and remains of the bird stuck to it. Nutsack tack stuck. In this video, a man places his sack on a table and attaches it to the table with a pin. Another guy tells him to go harder and push it in. People in the background laugh, clap, and some look shocked. One guy says it looks like a tongue. At the end, the man removes the pin from the table and smiles. Someone who was about to leave says, "I'm so glad I stayed." This video doesn't have an age restriction on it. Ask Terror It. At the beginning of the video, text appears on the screen stating that this game was made a long time ago and we don't know much about it. It explains that the game was once banned but was very popular in the Czech Republic since there are no restrictions on digital nudity. It also mentions that the uploader has now released the game to celebrate the TIG Source Adult Game Competition. After this, the video shows a boy named Robert who went to bed one day and woke up as an adult toy. A game developer introduces us to this game, which is very strange and contains a lot of not safe for work imagery. I can't describe it in detail, but the game features a woman and an adult toy. We play as the toy, which is a rocket, and we have to aim it as the woman moves. He provided a link to the game in the description, but as of today, it is no longer playable. Mass execution in Syria. The 7-minute-long video uploaded to YouTube shows men in military uniforms pushing a bunch of plainclothed civilians into a dugout hole. Once pushed inside, they are shot and killed or at least wounded. There are several bodies already present in the ditch, and the soldiers keep bringing out more to fill. The ditch is also filled with tires. It is speculated that when the entire ditch is set on fire later, the remains are unrecognizable due to the melted rubber mixed in. During the entire 7 minutes, they bring out more than 10 people who were just shot alive. There were many more already dead in the pile. Frog abuse. This is a 16-year-old video of a chimpanzee using a frog's mouth to, let's just say, make itself happy while someone records. In the background, we can hear adults talking and a child crying, probably disturbed after witnessing the disturbing scene. This video also doesn't have an age restriction on it. El huevo que aplaude, which in English means a penis that claps. In this video, a naked man moves back and forth rapidly, causing his privates to smack against his body, creating a clapping sound, hence the name. This video has been on YouTube for the past 16 years and has not been taken down despite the nudity, likely because the poor video quality made it difficult for YouTube's AI to detect. Song. In this video, a man sings about incest and pedophilia for almost 3 minutes straight, saying that they are okay and good things to do. Rotten leg. The 1-minute video shows a man's severely wounded leg with the edges appearing rotten. Throughout the clip, heavy breathing can be heard as he zooms in and out, focusing on the injury and showing it to the camera. The title is in Portuguese and includes the date, June 9th, 2024. Pigs take revenge and killing the man who raped them. This is a really old video of pigs killing a man who used to rape them, which was soon taken down from YouTube for violating YouTube's terms of service. The man was killed while attempting to engage in at the time. Police found him naked, with his underwear intact but lowered, and part of his genitals torn off. His clothes were left in his house, and alcohol, along with an open condom package, was discovered at the scene. C-section. The video, a little over 1 minute long, completely depicts a C-section being performed on a woman. There is no blurring in the video, and the doctors can even be heard talking as the mother is being operated on. By the end of the video, the baby is pulled out of the womb and given off. The entire time in the video, we can see the operation being performed, right from the hands of the doctors entering the womb to the liquid pouring out of the mother's cut stomach. Of course, a C-section is a routine medical procedure that has saved countless lives, and including it here isn't meant to disrespect that. But for people not used to surgery footage, the video is pretty intense, which is why some might find it disturbing if they randomly come across it on YouTube. When there's a will. This video, which has since been taken down, showed a man using a drill on an adult toy. Based on the Reddit comments from 10 years ago, that's the only detail I could gather, and unfortunately, there's no way to view the video anymore. Bloody man. The video titled "Police Sneaked Into His House" depicts a man with blood pouring out of his head. He is bleeding profusely, with blood staining his clothes down to his pants and still continuing to bleed. There also seems to be some stringy tissue hanging from the wound, which is recorded by another man instead of helping. Even though YouTube does restrict the video as disturbing content, they have not taken it down. Diving beetle eating baby hamster. The video shows a baby hamster being dropped into the tank of a diving beetle, which proceeds to go after the creature just dropped in for food. The hamster is seen struggling for a few seconds after being in the tank, but is soon ended by the beetle, who then proceeds to eat it for the next 2 minutes of the video. VTS 011. The video starts off with a man in scrubs talking to the camera before moving away from it to reveal a severed human body behind him. The body looks like a puppet, but is very realistic. The guts of the body are seen poking out of the body, adding to the realism. The man in scrubs then proceeds to inject something into the body on the table. The doctor lightly slaps the man's face, after which the body convulses and starts coughing out blood. In a very disturbing display, the doctor continues to check on the man while huge amounts of blood begins to pour out of the severed half. When the man stops convulsing, the doctor moves back to the camera and ends the video. The video is fake, but the jarring nature and the very realistic gore will still shock you. Rafflecopter. In this video, a nude woman holds her hands over her breasts while rapidly moving her elbows back and forth. Though this action lasts only a few seconds, the video loops repeatedly. It was, of course, removed for violating YouTube's policy on nudity or sexual content. Pinhead singing. Pinhead singing is a video where a man records himself mouthing to the words of a sad song by Elton John while sitting next to a mannequin. The mannequin is the definition of disturbing, with huge unblinking eyes and pins sticking out of its bald head. There's also a red paint-like substance which looks like blood running all over its face. The mannequin's head is attached to a machine, which makes it rotate along with the beats of the song. The entire video is just the man and his machine moving with the song. For Heaven on Earth. The video starts with the page of a book with the words, "I intend to bring forth heaven on earth for the benefit of all," written. The man off camera then proceeds to show the blood on his finger from a prick, which then proceeds to rub on the page. He does so multiple more times while the audio in the background is of him repeating the exact words he has written. It's not just this video. Almost all of the videos on this channel feature this man with the exact same line doing the exact same thing over and over again, pricking himself and using the blood to wipe on the page as some sort of ritual. Coin in a jar being moved by the demonic forces. The video starts with a woman talking about how no one believes her about the things happening in her house, where on screen we can see a lidded jar with a big coin inside it. All of a sudden, the coin starts jumping inside the jar. The woman backs away to the other side of the room and starts asking questions like, "Why are you here? Why are you around me? And what do you want?" Every time a question is asked, the coin jumps around in the jar as if answering. In the last few seconds of the video, the coin jumps twice, bursting open the lid of the jar and falling to the floor. The woman then ends the video. In the description, the woman asks for help. Cold Finger Nursery Rhyme. The Cold Finger Nursery Rhyme is a parody of the Finger Nursery Rhyme. The video starts off pretty similar to the original nursery rhyme, just the fingers are blue, and for some reason, the mom finger is wearing a bra. The last finger, being referred to as Stinky Finger, is shown on screen, when everything about the video changes. The background changes from children-friendly stock images to pictures of skulls, dead bodies, and conflict. The Stinky Finger has realistic eyes and inches closer to the screen as the background music distorts and the screen slowly turns red. The video ends abruptly. The video was released in 2016 and has not been taken down since. Bear in mind, this video was made for kids and even has the setting for it to be shown on YouTube Kids. This can be very dangerous if continued to be exposed to unsuspecting children. Svartsoppa, 1995. Svartsoppa, also known as black soup, is a Swedish dish made using animal blood. In the video uploaded to YouTube, a woman can be seen using a syringe to draw blood into a huge tube from a group of people sitting around in a room. The blood is not little. It's a huge syringe drawing out so much blood that the veins seem to be popping in a person's arm. The blood is then used to create this soup, and even the recipe is shown in the video. The video ends with what looks like a feast, with multiple people sitting around a table and dishes being passed around, presumably filled with this human blood soup, all of them enjoying it. Santa, 1991. The video starts off with a montage of Christmas decorations, being filmed in VHS, giving it a very nostalgic look. Almost 2 minutes in, Santa is seen crawling in from a chimney and eating milk and cookies. Suddenly, another man is seen walking down the stairs with the help of crutches. He is complaining about something, but then all of a sudden gets jumped by Santa. Santa then proceeds to attack the man with a knife and ends up immobilizing him. There's even fake spurting blood shown in the video. Santa then proceeds to tear open the man's stomach and pulls out his intestines, rubbing them on his face. All of a sudden, a different man walks into the room. He looks at Santa and is terrified and ends up being killed too. The video ends with a woman walking into a room, screaming, then smiling at Santa, before proceeding to eat the head of the man killed in front of her. How to use a rat. The 30-second clip shows a man holding a taxidermied rat in his hand while showing it off. He shows how he had turned the rat into a pouch and points out the zipper attached to its body. He then proceeds to unzip the rat, which he stuffs with a packet of mints. He stated how it is a good way to store your gum, and then proceeds to take one out of its body and eat it. Orgasms in kindergarten. The video, uploaded in 2020, shows an old man dancing while singing a song he created. It would be a harmless video, if only the man wasn't talking about getting orgasms in kindergarten and looking up girls' skirts. He even whistles and jumps around while singing the song. He says this is a newer version of this song, which he originally created in 1990, and is even uploaded to SoundCloud. House collapse. The video shows a family gathering, presumably post-wedding celebrations. There is a game of musical chairs going on, played by the kids while the adults are surrounding them while watching. Joyful chatters of people and laughter of the children can be heard, but in a split second, it all turns to screams of terror. In a few seconds, the floor of the house, made of wood, collapsed into itself. The floor underneath was hollow, leading to multiple people on top falling into this empty space. It can be assumed that there were definitely injuries, maybe even broken bones. Right in the center of the floor were kids, and right before the camera cuts, people can be seen reaching into the hole to save the people. Man licking cat. The video starts with a man calling to his cat while growling behind the camera. The camera then cuts to the man and his cat on the floor. He is hugging the cat from behind while shoving his face in there, sticking his tongue out to lick the fur of the cat. The cat keeps trying to get away, but the man still holds it in place. He then tries to bite the cheeks of the cat, and the fear in its eyes can be clearly seen. The video ends when the cat finally manages to get away. Gore film reviews. The video is by a French creator who talks about controversial banned gore films. For 15 minutes, he picks up films and talks about them to the camera while also displaying clips from the movie. He shows unblurred scenes from the banned movies, showing things like mutilation and cannibalism. This video is part of a bigger series, where the creator has made a total of 5 videos on these disturbing videos. The entire channel is actually based on discussing gore films. The people who interact with the creator in his comments are often seen encouraging him and asking him to review even more obscure films for their enjoyment. Since gore is a very sensitive topic on YouTube, it's a surprise how this video, or this entire channel, has not been taken down yet. Boof It. Boof is a song created by Clockwork E, an artist group. The music video for the song features the members alongside an adult toy of a woman's private parts. All the men have their faces covered in silver paint, which is probably a brand as they have done it in their other videos too. Throughout the clip, they shove a powder, supposedly depicting drugs, into the holes of the toy. They play around with it while filming the song, which talks about, just as seen, putting drugs in a woman's butt, also known as boofing. They can also be seen pretending to snort the powder and also shooting the powder out of the adult toy. Guinea Pig 2: Flowers of Flesh and Blood. Guinea Pig 2 is a Japanese gore fetish film completely unblurred and available on YouTube. The storyline follows a man who kidnaps a woman at night and proceeds to cut each limb off of her, and lastly her head. There is even a scene where the decay and the infestation of maggots is seen on the girl's now cut limbs. The man also kisses the decapitated head of the girl, both of them covered in blood during the scene. In the end, the man submerges the decaying limbs of the girl in a tank filled with a mysterious fluid, most likely to preserve them. The movie ends with a short scene of a different girl being followed at night, a preview of the next movie in this series. Paper Beheading. Paper beheading is the recreation of a Mexican cartel beheading video in the form of stop-motion paper art. The creator uses the actual audio from the gore videos and draws the items in extreme detail right to the blood. The description of the video talks about how the Mexicans do the beheading the best. The entire channel also follows the exact same video patterns, just alternating with the use of clay or toys to make these videos. Demon Dog. The 4-second video is set in a dark house, showing a black hallway with a static TV running on the side. Suddenly, a tall, bony figure crawling on all fours comes out of the dark hallway with what looks like an animal's skull on its face. It's super fast, within 3 seconds coming up close to the camera on its long, thin legs. There is also a tiny cage in the room, too small to fit the huge creature. People in the comments discuss how the face of the creature even looks blurry, adding to the effect that it does not belong to this world. TV3 Ireland Horror Band. The video starts with a band in a completely white room, the female lead singer moving towards the camera to grab the mic and sing. Something seems to go wrong, and all of a sudden, the guitarist of the band raises his instrument and attacks the singer, damaging her neck and blood spraying out of it. Then, chaos erupts, with the bassist then punching the guitarist and breaking his nose. The drummer then picks up a cymbal and throws it as a disc towards the bassist, slicing his head clean half. Then, the drummer continues to play his drums while there are screams of the singer and the guitarist around, the blank walls of the room now painted red. Heroin just equals death by torture. The video shows a man chained in a dingy room, with a narrator in the back talking over. He explains how historically there are various methods used to torture people. On screen, rats are seen walking out of a cage onto the man tied. These rats then proceed to eat the man alive while he screams for his life. The narrator then explains how while the rats continue to eat you alive for months, maggots will start forming on your body, furthering the deterioration. All of this is shown in extreme detail, right from the flesh being eaten to the moving maggots on rotting flesh. The narrator then says that nowadays, instead of torture, people just use heroin. On screen, a man can be seen foaming from his mouth and convulsing before his body stops moving. The entire video is an unnerving PSA for drug awareness by Singapore, released online. Many internet users comment on the disturbing nature of the ad, stating how it looked more like a snuff film instead of a drug prevention campaign. Boiled Bear. Boiled Bear is another disturbing PSA ad, which shows a recipe for boiling a bear alive. The video has no graphic content, just text on a screen which depicts the recipe. It's the audio of the video which is disturbing. The recipe stated that in order to make a good bear, it needs to be beaten with a stick to release the fear juices. The text is accompanied with audio of a bear being beaten with a stick, howling in pain with each hit. The recipe then states to lower the bear alive into a pot of boiling water, the audio following the same. The howls of the bear become unbearable to listen to, the screams becoming more desperate and loud. A narrator then states how bear meat is considered a delicacy, even though they are an endangered species. The video ends with a call number for animal protection. What are you thinking? The video depicts a man with his face covered with a cloth, with a frowny face drawn on it. He is also wearing a black trash bag underneath on the lower half of his body. In the first half of the video, he does nothing but move around in his seat, occasionally shifting his head. Suddenly, he brings his hands to the mask and either rubs something on it or starts puking. From what comments speculate, it's spaghetti. He continues to do so for the rest of the video, before jump cutting to him raising a paper where "What are you thinking" is written upside down. Dead puppy song. The 1 minute 26 second long video shows a man singing a nursery rhyme tune with changed lyrics. In his hand, he holds a dead puppy by the neck, flopping it around while singing. In his song, he talks about how he has a very lucky puppy, but now it is dead, and about how floppy it is. He spins it by the neck, midway even letting another dog sniff its corpse. The video abruptly cuts at the end, never giving a conclusion to it. Fun with Roadkill Handbook. The video is a guide on how to have fun with roadkill, apparently advertising a book which teaches you how to cook, use them as puppets, and target practice. There are also chapters named Morality in Decay and Decay in Morality, and Ever Want to Pet That Kitty That Didn't Want to Be Petted? Now You Can. It even teaches you how to have fun with roadkill that isn't dead yet. Basically live animals. Throughout this ad, there are constant visuals of roadkill which is poked and prodded at. The video shows uncensored intestines and even shows a cat being run over by a car. Many people in the comments discuss how insensitive and disgusting this prank is, which was filmed on a VHS tape in 1997. Siggigus. The video is completely black and white and set in what seems to be an abandoned cabin. The video switches from the footage of the cabin to a woman. Her face is covered by a mask, and she is wearing white robes, tied to a corner of the room, struggling in her shackles. Blood starts pouring out of her mouth, down her mask, and onto her white robes. It stains her clothes and continues to pour out onto the floor, forming almost a river of blood. She then frees herself and cuts down her clothes or her flesh, after which the video ends. Shaving cream torture. The almost 1 minute video shows a man covered in shaving cream completely, with an 8-ball in his mouth. He seems to be wearing a straitjacket as well. His eyes are wide open, and behind him is a small painting with similar-looking shaving cream faces. The camera has a VHS effect on it, and keeps zooming in and out on the man for the entire duration. The Unsettling video seems to be a part of a bigger art project called Memory Hole, the entire YouTube channel dedicated to creating similarly unsettling material. Sister Mary Saves. The video seems to be a music video to a disturbing audio track, or a passion project of a mashup of a song. There are only 2 scenarios present in the video. One where a nun can be seen moving eerily and performing a baptism, and the other being a girl painted or dressed completely white, acting as if possessed. The entire video has a creepy subtext to it, the poor quality and blocky filming not helping it be any lighter. Before You Reach the Ocean. Before You Reach the Ocean is a video of a clay model made to imitate a red seabed. It has extremely eerie, almost unearthly background music. One of the corals on this seabed has an eye coming out of it, almost as if watching your every move. Most of the other corals look like hands reaching out of the sand, or some sort of organ. The video ends similarly, with more content of this red clay model seabed with eyes protruding randomly. My Little Puppy. My Little Puppy is a short PIF which shows the story of a puppy being adopted by a family, being mistreated and neglected, and ending with the dad of the family taking the animal in a bag and throwing it into a river, effectively killing the dog. The 2001 PIF received a lot of complaints for being extremely disturbing, leading to the ending being changed to just the puppy being put into a wardrobe. There is also a different ending where the puppy was apparently put down with a gun, but it is not shown, often due to the disturbing nature. What's with the serum? In this video, a guy in a bug suit humps a girl while another man talks about sleeping arrangements in the background. That's the only information available. The video is very sexual in nature, and surprisingly, the video hasn't been taken down, but it is set to private. Pee-pee. Pee-pee is a video showcasing a weird humanoid bird creature covered or made of foam walking around what looks like an abandoned building. The video is accompanied by an equally disturbing audio of a high-pitched voice repeating the words pee-pee while moaning and whining in pain. The original description of the video titles the creature as a frothy, soapy friend. White Dancing Man. The video is of a man completely painted white, with a face mask of a woman and a wig, dancing while only wearing underwear. The nipples are painted pink, as if placing an emphasis on them. The man dances around while holding a makeshift microphone. What makes it creepier is that since he's wearing a mask, the lips do not move at all, and the eyes do not blink, giving it an almost uncanny valley effect. Your Attention. Your Attention is a short video which shows a girl puking blood into a sink, with the video being highly saturated and accompanied by distorted and disturbing sounds. The girl has exaggerated eye bags, giving her a more ghastly and sick appearance. The video ends with the man's voice robotically repeating, "Father save us," before cutting to an empty screen. Stitch Face. This Japanese music video shows a man with stitches over his eyes and mouth, supposedly singing a song. His face is pretty botched up, and the stitches don't seem to be helping either. He is moving along to a heavily deepened song. Calling it a song wouldn't exactly be accurate, as he is more so just saying the words like a poem. At the end of the video, he gets up close to the camera, slowly zooming in before the screen cuts. Guy hump a couch. This video was taken down about a year ago for violating YouTube's terms of service, which makes me believe it contains some serious not safe for work content. However, there's no way to confirm this since no archives of the video exist. An extreme case of myiasis. In this video titled An Extreme Case of Myiasis in a Patient with Diabetic Foot, a 65-year-old male patient is shown having his sock removed while visibly shaking in pain, possibly even crying out, though the video has no audio. His leg is infested with hundreds, if not thousands, of maggots. The low-quality footage somehow makes the scene even more disturbing to watch. IMG 7988. This video shows what appears to be a face glued to a hand with the fingers cut off, inside an airtight plastic bag. Reddit users speculate based on other videos from the same channel that it may have been filmed in Japan and could be an art project. However, that's just speculation, so it could very well be real. Jeffrey Dahmer fork unboxing. This video features a YouTuber unboxing a fork that allegedly belonged to serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. The fork was part of Dahmer's apartment when he was arrested and later returned to his family. The YouTuber purchased it from a collector specializing in true crime memorabilia for $300. They discussed Dahmer's crimes, the history of the fork, and whether they should clean or display it. Listapada 2023. This video shows a police officer in Israel restraining a woman by sitting on her while she screams in pain and tries to escape. Despite her efforts, the officer keeps holding her down. The video ends with her appearing unresponsive, which suggests she may not have survived. Babies Making Babies. Babies Making Babies was a not safe for work video that started as a slideshow of nudity, but near the end, it abruptly switched to disturbing images of fetuses with weird effects. This video was followed by pornographic screenshots with crudely edited baby faces, but this video was soon taken down after it was posted on Reddit. Tits Ass. This is a very weird animated video about the title. It's difficult to explain what's going on in the video in a non-graphic way. In the whole 4-minute video, the narrator is talking about the subject matter. It also includes disgusting animated pictures. Definitely one of the weirdest videos on YouTube, sitting at only 2,000 views. 3 songs that suddenly stop but never end. This is a really strange music video with a lot of nudity and gore. It had been on YouTube since 2007 and was age restricted for a few years, but then it was completely removed for violating YouTube's nudity policy. Malteser gay. The video showed an elderly man staring at a photo of a bodybuilder. After some time, he stood up, adjusted his pants, and began to masturbate. The video was on YouTube for a long time, but was later taken down. Sparkler through fingers. In this video, a guy injures his fingers after intentionally exposing them to a sparkler. The video was taken down by YouTube for violating its self-harm policies, but the aftermath of this incident is still available on YouTube. Mary's Vagina. Mary's Vagina was a stop-motion short film uploaded to YouTube, but it was soon taken down due to the excessive gore and nudity. However, it is still accessible on other platforms. You can't see my D. I can't see my D. In this video, a man is nearly naked with his body barely covered, singing and swearing about his penis. It was of course taken down for violating YouTube's policy on nudity or sexual content. Eat 'em up. This is a very creepy animated music video featuring a monster singing about enjoying eating young girls and describing how he catches them. The video also includes a scene where the monster slams a little girl so hard that her neck breaks, her head falls to the ground, and he eats her body. The video is unsettling, but the way the monster sings makes the song very catchy. Best Friends, Blood. In this video, we see 2 guys lip-syncing to a song while a red liquid, which is probably meant to resemble blood, falls on them. Lanchado vivo en Tatahuacapa, Veracruz, 31 Agosto 1996. This video shows people in a town called Playa Vicente taking justice into their own hands. A man, wearing only briefs and tied up, is accused of essaying and killing a girl, but he was not given a fair trial or a chance to defend himself. The most disturbing part is how calm the villagers are as they prepare to set him on fire. Even young children are present, watching without much reaction. Eventually, they pour flammable liquid on the man and burn him alive. The narrator explains that later, when authorities found out, the police launched an investigation and arrested multiple people involved. Some villagers denied wrongdoing, while others stood by their actions. Gamle Jürgen. This is a Swedish folk music parody song with very disturbing lyrics about Nazis and pedophilia. The lyrics are too disturbing to describe, but they contain very unsettling and sexually inappropriate descriptions. This video's title is just a random string of letters and numbers. Throughout this 2.5-minute video, a girl moves her tongue and makes faces to a beat playing in the background. The video is not disturbing, but is certainly very unusual and unsettling to watch. Joe Offricht, Mockery and Perversion, Side A. In this video, a self-proclaimed Satanist is ranting about some really disturbing and offensive things, and this goes on for 45 minutes. According to a Redditor, he's also a known creep, allegedly stalking and harassing the family of a deceased girl he was obsessed with. Mario and Wario Forever. This is an explicit video with Mario and Wario plushies, where the creator pushes and rubs them together, making it look like they're engaging in sexual activities. This video is 18 years old, making it one of the oldest videos on this list. Raunchy Diarrhea Sex. This is a song sung by text-to-speech. It talks about really weird and disgusting sexual things. It has not been completely removed from YouTube, but has been age-restricted. Don't drink in life. Danger. In this video, which is shot in India, we see a woman crying while holding a baby, and the commentator warns the terrorists have found a new way to kill people by mixing poison with cold drinks. He urges people to stay aware. At the end, a woman in black clothes is shown dead, likely from poisoning. Dr. Green Clock. This is a 12-minute clay animation video in which the character repeatedly says Dr. Green Clock throughout the runtime. It starts normally with a clay figure of a doctor, but then he tears off his clothes, revealing his naked body. He then rips off his skin and organs until only a skeleton remains. The video then shifts to animation with random images before ending with the credits. TFTFU. In this video, we see a man dancing with a dead pig which is on a skewer while music plays in the background. La China. This is a video of someone getting beaten up by a few people. Other than that, it is hard to understand or listen to anything in the video due to the low quality of both the video and audio. Clunatic eating PewDiePie with Tomcat. The video starts with the creator watching a PewDiePie video. He then pauses it and brings out a plate. When he uncovers it, there is a PewDiePie toy laying on it. He breaks off its foot. He later starts eating the toy, beginning with the head, then the body parts, and then finally the full body. We can see the red coloring in these broken parts, which is meant to resemble blood. Definitely a very weird video. Scrobasi, Mamo Aitato. Scrobasi Mamo Aitato is a short 30-second video which looks to be taking place in a playground. The video shows a variety of disturbing dolls, sometimes looking as if they have been melted, a few looking like they are created using meat. A few of these dolls have been vacuum sealed, captured, or being slid down a playground slide. This entire display is accompanied by extremely creepy music. It is speculated that this video, and the entire channel it has been uploaded on, is an art project. Toilet bowl cereal. This is a video of a guy eating cereal from a toilet bowl. He also mentions that he peed in it beforehand. After eating, the video cuts to him rinsing his mouth with water.